Good evening. This is All India Radio. I'm Anuja Kumar and with me is Renuka with the evening news. The headlines. President Draupadi Murmu presents 68th National Film Awards in New Delhi. Legendary actress Asha Parekh conferred with Dada Saheb Phalke Award for 2020 for her exemplary lifetime contribution to Indian cinema. Prime Minister Narendra Modi lays foundation stone and dedicates various projects worth over 6,900 crore rupees in Ambaji, Gujarat. Home Minister Amit Shah approves release of 488 crore rupees as central share of the State Disaster Mitigation Fund to Uttar Pradesh, Punjab and Goa for 2021-22. Government aiming to achieve 35,000 crore rupees defence exports target by 2025, says Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh. Union Minister of Women and Child Development Smriti Zubin Irani inaugurates Poshan Utsav to celebrate the culmination of the 5th Rashtriya Poshan Mah in New Delhi. President Draupadi Murmu to give away Swachh Sarvekshan Award to cleanest states and cities in New Delhi tomorrow. Prime Minister to launch 5G services tomorrow at 10 a.m. in New Delhi. And in Women's T20 Asia Cup, India to take on Sri Lanka at Sylhet in Bangladesh at 1 p.m. tomorrow. And now the news in detail. President Draupadi Murmu today conferred on the winners the 68th National Film Awards in New Delhi. Information and Broadcasting Minister Anurag Singh Thakur, Minister of State for Information and Broadcasting Dr. L. Murugan and other dignitaries were present at the award ceremony. Dada Saheb Phalke Award for the year 2020 was given to legendary actress Asha Parekh. The Best Feature Film Award was given to the Tamil film Surarai Potru. Hindi film Tanaji, The Unsung Warrior, got the award for Best Popular Film, providing wholesome entertainment. Ajay Devgan received the Best Actor Award for the film Tanaji, The Unsung Warrior, and Surya also received the Best Actor Award for the film Surarai Potru. Aparna Balamurali was awarded the Best Actress Award for Surarai Potru. Dangi language non-feature film Testimony of Anna was given the award for Best Non-Feature Film. Marathi film Funeral was awarded the Best Film on Social Issues. Sachidanand K.R. received the Best Director Award for Malayalam film A.K. Ayappanum Kushyam. Marathi film Sumi got the award for Best Children's Film. Manoj Muntashir got the award for Best Lyrics in Hindi film Saina. Rahul Deshpande received the award for Best Male Playback Singer for Marathi film Me Vasantrao, and Nanchamma were given the award for Best Female Playback Singer for Malayalam film A.K. Ayappanum Koshyum. Kannada film Taletanda got the award for Best Film on Environment Conservation and Preservation. Supratim Bhol got the Best Cinematography Award for the Bengali film Avijatrik. Addressing the gathering, President Murmu praised actress Miss Asha Parekh for her contribution to Indian cinema. She said films and filmmakers play a leading role in nation building.
भारतीय सिनेमा को असाधारण योगदान देने वाली आशा पारेख जी को दादा साहेब फाल्के पुरस्कार दिए जाने पर मैं उन्हें विशेष तौर पर बहुत बहुत बधाई देती हूँ। आशा पारेख जी ने दर्शकों का असीम प्रेम अर्जित किया है। उनकी पीढ़ी की हमारी बहनों ने अनेक बंधनों के बावजूद विभिन्न क्षेत्रों में अपनी पहचान बनाई। आशा जी का सम्मान उद्यम महिला शक्ति का सम्मान भी है।
After receiving the award, Ms. Asha Parekh thanked the Government of India and the jury for the recognition of her long journey in the film industry.
It is a huge honor to have received the Dada Saheb Phalke Award. It makes me very grateful that the recognition comes to me just one day before my 80th birthday. This is the best honor I could get from the Government of India. I would like to thank the jury for the recognition that they have bestowed upon me, my long journey and fulfilling the journey in the film industry.
Speaking on the occasion, Information and Broadcasting Minister Anurag Singh Thakur said, cinema is poetry in pictures, mirroring marvel of all that makes people feel alive and human. He mentioned the role played by over-the-top OTT platforms during the COVID pandemic.
Today, cinema has crossed the boundaries of theatre and reached the comforts of our homes and mobile phones with the advent of the OTT. And during the COVID-19 pandemic, we have seen how OTT platforms has emerged and how the numbers have grown. And in the midst of the grim reality of COVID and fragile global macroeconomic conditions, the Manoranjan and messaging provided by you was only beacon of hope for all of us.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi said that respect for women is ingrained in our culture and power of women is central to all government schemes. The Prime Minister was addressing a public rally after the inauguration and laying the foundation stone of projects worth more than 6,900 crore rupees in Ambaji. The Prime Minister laid the foundation stone for the long-awaited Taranga Hill Abu Road rail line. He said the projects launched at Ambaji will have a transformational impact on the region. The upcoming Taranga Hill Ambaji Abu rail line will boost tourism activities and benefit the marble industries of the region. Mr. Modi said, due to the sincere efforts of 20 years, the face of Banaskantha has changed. Sujalam Suflam scheme and drip irrigation, waters of river Narmada have played a major role in changing the situation. He urged the people to work together to achieve the dream of a developed India in the coming 25 years. Mr. Modi also dedicated and laid the foundation stone for more than 60,000 houses under various housing schemes. He also laid the foundation stone for the new Ambaji Bypass Road. Mr. Modi also launched the CM Gau Vansh Poshan Yojana today and inaugurated the Mitha Tharad Disa Lakhnai Road constructed at a cost of 85 crore rupees. Chief Minister Bhupendra Patel, Union Minister of Railways Ashwini Vaishnaw and Minister of State for Railway Darshana Jardosh, BJP State President C.R. Patil were present on the occasion. Later, the Prime Minister offered prayers at Ambaji Temple and performed Maha Aarti at Gabbar in Ambaji. Earlier, the Prime Minister held a road show in Ambaji. A large number of people gathered to greet Mr. Modi. Flower petals were also showered to welcome PM Modi in the religious town of Ambaji.
Earlier, Prime Minister Narendra Modi flagged off the new and upgraded Vande Bharat Express at Gandhinagar station today. Mr. Modi also inaugurated the first phase of the ambitious Ahmedabad Metro project. Ahmedabad Metro project consists of 21 kilometers east-west corridor and 19 kilometers north-south corridor, has been completed at a cost of nearly 12,000 crore rupees. Addressing a huge gathering at AES ground, the Prime Minister said the 21st century India is going to get new momentum from the cities of the country. He said it is high time to redevelop our cities as per the changing demand and time.
21वीं सदी के भारत को देश के शहरों से नई गति मिलने वाली है। हमें बदलते हुए समय और बदलती हुई जरूरतों के साथ अपने शहरों को भी निरंतर आधुनिक बनाना जरूरी है। शहर में ट्रांसपोर्ट का सिस्टम आधुनिक हो, सीमलेस कनेक्टिविटी हो, यातायात का एक साधन दूसरे को सपोर्ट करे, ये किया जाना बहुत आवश्यक है।
Home Minister Amit Shah today approved the release of 488 crore rupees as the central share of the State Disaster Mitigation Fund SDMF to Uttar Pradesh, Punjab and Goa for 2021-22. Based on the recommendations of the 15th Finance Commission, the central government has allocated over 32,000 crore rupees for the SDMF and over 13,693 crore rupees for the National Disaster Mitigation Fund for the years 2021-22 to 2025-26.
Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh has said that the aim of the government is to achieve the 35,000 crore rupees defence exports target by 2025. He said that defence manufacturing is an important sector to achieve the goal of self-reliance. Mr. Singh today held a review meeting in New Delhi on the working of the 7 defence companies carved out of the erstwhile Ordnance Factory Board. The companies commenced operations on the 1st of October last year. Addressing the officers and employees of the 7 companies virtually, Mr. Singh said the corporatization of the Ordnance Factory Board was a major reform in the direction of making the country Atmanirbhar. India's G20 Sherpa Amitabh Kant led an official delegation to the third G20 Sherpa meeting in Yogyakarta from the 26th to the 29th of this month. During the deliberations, Mr. Kant reaffirmed India's commitment and active support to Indonesian presidency's efforts to finalize meaningful outcomes for the forthcoming G20 Bali summit in November. On the sidelines of the G20 Sherpa meeting, Mr. Amitabh Kant also held bilateral interactions with his visiting Sherpa counterparts from Brazil, France, Germany, Japan, Russia, Saudi Arabia, South Korea, Spain, UK and US.
Women and Child Development Minister Smriti Irani inaugurated the 3-day Poshan Utsav at Kartavya Path in New Delhi. The event is being organized by the ministry to mark the culmination of the 5th Rashtriya Poshan Mah. Speaking on this occasion, Ms. Irani appealed to all stakeholders to contribute immensely to this Utsav to eradicate the challenge of malnutrition in the country. She also appealed to all concerned people to resolve to make India malnutrition free.
आज एक संगीत से भरे कार्यक्रम के माध्यम से हम पोषण के इस उत्सव का आगाज करने वाले हैं, लेकिन अंजाम तक ये उत्सव तब पहुंचेगा जब हर भारत का नागरिक, हर भारत का बच्चा पूर्ण रूप से पोषित होगा और कुपोषण की इस बीमारी को हम अपने समाज से, अपने राष्ट्र से दूर कर पाएंगे.
The 75-day-long COVID vaccination Amrit Mahotsav concluded today. The campaign began on the 15th of July in a mission mode. Under this, special COVID vaccination drives were organized by all states and UTs to increase uptake of the precautionary dose of COVID vaccine among the eligible adult population. More than 76,18,000 first dose, 2,35,00,000 second dose and 15,92,00,000 precaution dose have been administered in this period.
Union Minister of State for Chemicals and Fertilizers and New and Renewable Energy Bhagwant Khubba today said that chemicals and petrochemicals sector is progressing at a steady pace and that the sector will be a major contributor in realizing the goal of making India a $5 trillion economy. The minister was addressing an industry meet in Mumbai today. He assured the industry leaders that the department is working tirelessly to address the issues to ensure growth of the chemicals and petrochemicals sector. The minister informed that as India aspires to become a global manufacturing hub for chemicals and petrochemicals, the government is planning to redraft petroleum, chemicals and petrochemicals investment region policy guidelines. Former Union Health Minister and BJP National President Jagat Prakash Nadda has said that the country is becoming Atmanirbhar in the health sector. Addressing the gathering at the inauguration of 100-bedded rehabilitation annex at the SP Nirtar at Olatpur under Cuttack district in Odisha today, Mr. Nadda said that India could hold its ground firmly when the health systems of even the developed countries were shaking in the face of the COVID-19 pandemic. He said the fact that India, under the guidance of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, could develop not one but 2 anti-COVID vaccines in a bare span of only 9 months is proof enough of an Atmanirbhar Bharat. Describing the Ayushman Bharat as the largest health service scheme in the world, Mr. Nadda said that till date, about 50 crore people representing about 40% of the country's population have benefited from it.
Mr. Nadda, who was the health minister both in the government of Himachal Pradesh and later in the government of India, said that during the last 8 years, the country has witnessed not only a significant increase in the number of medical colleges and institutes, but also in the number of seats, both at the undergraduate and postgraduate level. He said that the Modi government has increased the categories of disability from 7 to as many as 21 to benefit the Divyang. Gracing the occasion, Union Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan said that under the Modi government, the very definition of the differently able people has undergone a sea change, which is easily discernible in the word Divyang. Girish Chandra Das, EIR News, Bhubaneswar.
The centre today said the Food Corporation of India FCI has sufficient stock of food grains to meet the requirement of National Food Security Act, other schemes and additional requirement of Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana. The FCI has around 232 lakh metric tons of wheat and 209 LMT rice in the central pool. The Monetary Policy Committee of the Reserve Bank of India, RBI, has announced an increase of the repo rate by 50 basis points BPS to a 3-year high of 5.9%. Consequently, the standing deposit facility rate stands adjusted to 5.65%, while the marginal standing facility rate and the bank rate to 6.15%. RBI Governor Shaktikant Das today projected a real GDP growth rate of 7%, down from the 7.2% estimated earlier.
The State Bank of India's Economic Research Department's research report expressed the possibility that the RBI rate hike cycle could be extended till December. State Bank of India's Chief Economic Advisor Dr. Soumya Kanti Ghosh said, "We believe that a 0.35% rate hike in December looks imminent, but beyond December it would be touch and go." Chief Economist of Bandhan Bank, Siddharth Sanyal, also said another round of rate hikes cannot be ruled out. He mentioned that overall, the MPC refrained from springing any major surprise, leading to a broadly favorable reaction from most segments of the financial markets. Tata Capital's MD and CEO Rajiv Sabharwal said the stance of continuing withdrawal of accommodation is imperative to ensure inflation remains within target going forward. Congress leaders Mallikarjun Kharge, Shashi Tharoor and K.N. Tripathi today filed their nomination papers for the upcoming Congress presidential polls. Briefing media in New Delhi this afternoon, the party's Central Election Authority chairman Madhusudan Mistry said that 14 forms were submitted by Mallikarjun Kharge, while Shashi Tharoor submitted 5 and K.N. Tripathi gave 1 form. These forms will be scrutinized tomorrow. Polls, if necessary, will be held on the 17th of October and counting will be done on the 19th of October.
You are listening to the evening news on All India Radio. A reminder of the headlines before we move on. President Draupadi Murmu presents 68th National Film Awards in New Delhi. Legendary actress Asha Parekh conferred with Dada Saheb Phalke Award for 2020 for her exemplary lifetime contribution to Indian cinema. Prime Minister Narendra Modi lays foundation stone and dedicates various projects worth over 6,900 crore rupees in Ambaji, Gujarat. Home Minister Amit Shah approves release of 488 crore rupees as central share of the State Disaster Mitigation Fund to Uttar Pradesh, Punjab and Goa for 2021-22. Government aiming to achieve 35,000 crore rupees defence exports target by 2025, says Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh. Union Minister of Women and Child Development Smriti Zubin Irani inaugurates Poshan Utsav to celebrate the culmination of the 5th Rashtriya Poshan Maah in New Delhi. President Draupadi Murmu to give away Swachh Sarvekshan Award to cleanest states and cities in New Delhi tomorrow. Prime Minister to launch 5G services tomorrow at 10 a.m. in New Delhi, and in Women's T20 Asia Cup, India to take on Sri Lanka at Sylhet in Bangladesh at 1 p.m. tomorrow. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts.
उपभोक्ताओं तक पहुंचने का सुलभ और सस्ता माध्यम है आकाशवाणी।
आकाशवाणी के विभिन्न केंद्रों से कीजिए अपने उत्पादों और सेवाओं का प्रचार विज्ञापनों के माध्यम से।
लोकल और राष्ट्रीय स्तर पर कीजिए अपने बिजनेस का विस्तार, क्योंकि आकाशवाणी में विज्ञापन बुकिंग हुई बहुत ही आसान। अब घर, दफ्तर या दुकान पर बैठे बैठे आप कर सकते हैं विज्ञापनों की बुकिंग। डायल कीजिए 870-001-4242।
नंबर एक बार फिर नोट करें, 870-001-4242।
पोषण केवल अभियान नहीं, देश की जिद। देश ने है ठाना शिशु, बच्चों, गर्भवती महिलाओं और स्तनपान कराने वाली महिलाओं को सुपोषित है बनाना। आइए, अवसर है इस पोषण माह में मनोरंजन के संग पोषण को जानने का, समझने का और अपने बच्चों को समझाने का। यहाँ होगा गायक शान का शानदार परफॉर्मेंस भी। पोषण एक्ट्रेस दिखाएगा अलग अलग राज्यों के पोषण का हाल। बड़ी सी पोषण की सांप सीढ़ी सिखाएगी कैसे जंक फूड से आप उतरेंगे नीचे और अच्छे खाने से चढ़ेंगे सेहत की सीढ़ी। साथ ही फ्री हेल्थ चेकअप और कंसल्टेशन भी पाएं। पोषण उत्सव 30 सितंबर से 2 अक्टूबर 2022, कर्तव्य पथ, नई दिल्ली।
Welcome back to the evening news on All India Radio. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will launch 5G services tomorrow at 10 a.m. in New Delhi. 5G technology will provide seamless coverage, high data rate, low latency, and high reliable communications. It will also increase energy efficiency, spectrum efficiency, and network efficiency. Communications and Information Technology Minister Ashwini Vaishnaw has said that the government is intended to cover the entire country with 5G services within 2 years. He said an investment of around 3 lakh crore rupees will be made for the 5G service. The Prime Minister will also inaugurate the 6th edition of the Indian Mobile Congress IMC. The IMC 2022 is scheduled to be held from the 1st to the 4th of October with the theme of the New Digital Universe. Youth Affairs and Sports Minister Anurag Singh Thakur will launch a month-long nationwide Swachh Bharat 2022 at Prayagraj, Uttar Pradesh tomorrow. Swachh Bharat program will be organized in 6 lakh villages of 744 districts across the country through the network of Nehru Yuva Kendra Sangathan. The Department of Youth Affairs has set a target of collecting and disposing of 1 crore kilograms of plastic waste through this program. In a video message, Mr. Thakur said that Swachh Bharat 2022 will be launched with an aim to raise awareness, mobilize people, and ensure that participation in making India clean. He said in this initiative, people from different regions, languages, and backgrounds will work together, and the waste will be disposed of by these people on a voluntary basis. Mr. Thakur said, Swachh Bharat 2022 is not just a program, but a serious attempt to make people realize the importance of cleanliness.
माननीय प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने स्वतंत्रता दिवस के अपने संबोधन में 5 प्राण यानी कि 5 संकल्प के बारे में बात की। 1 प्राण विकसित भारत का लक्ष्य है, जिसमें स्वच्छता की बहुत महत्वपूर्ण भूमिका है। इसलिए स्वच्छ भारत हमारी प्राथमिकता में है। माननीय प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के विजन को पूरा करने के लिए युवा कार्यक्रम विभाग, युवा कार्यक्रम और खेल मंत्रालय 1 अक्टूबर से लेकर 31 अक्टूबर 2022 तक स्वच्छ भारत अभियान शुरू कर रहा है।
All India Radio is celebrating 75 years of freedom with the series Azad Bharat Ki Baat Akashvani ke saath. It showcases the journey of India since independence in various walks of life through the storytelling of All India Radio. In today's episode, we bring you the story of Ayush, which is playing an important role in making New India healthier.
Ayush is the acronym of the medical systems that are being practiced in India, such as Ayurveda, Yoga, Naturopathy, Unani, Siddha, and Homeopathy. These systems are based on definite medical philosophies and represent a way of healthy living with established concepts on prevention of diseases and promotion of health. The basic approach of all these systems on health, disease, and treatment is holistic. It addresses the root cause rather than just the symptoms and is excellent for managing chronic illnesses. In 1995, with the objective of optimal and focused development of these systems, the Department of Indian Medicine and Homeopathy was created in the Union Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. In 2003, this department was renamed as Department of Ayush. This department was made into an official ministry by the NDA government in 2014. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said that to promote the traditional medicine industry, India will launch Ayush Mark, which will give authenticity to quality Ayush products made in the country.
आयुष प्रोडक्ट्स के निर्यात को प्रमोट करने के लिए भी बीते सालों में अभूतपूर्व प्रयास हुए हैं। दूसरे देशों के साथ आयुष औषधियों की परस्पर मान्यता पर बल दिया गया है। इसके लिए हमने बीते सालों में अलग अलग देशों के साथ 50 से अधिक एमओयू किए हैं। हमारे आयुष एक्सपर्ट्स ब्यूरो ऑफ इंडियन स्टैंडर्ड्स के साथ मिलकर आईएसओ स्टैंडर्ड्स विकसित कर रहे हैं। इससे आयुष के लिए 150 देशों से भी अधिक देशों में एक विशाल एक्सपोर्ट मार्केट खुलेगा।
Speaking of Heal in India, he also announced that a special visa category will be created for those who want to travel to the country to avail of Ayush therapies.
जो विदेशी नागरिक आयुष चिकित्सा का लाभ लेना चाहते हैं, उनके लिए सरकार एक और पहल कर रही है। शीघ्र ही भारत एक विशेष आयुष वीजा कैटेगरी शुरू करने जा रही है। इससे लोगों को आयुष चिकित्सा के लिए भारत आने जाने में सहूलियत होगी।
Yoga has now become the icon of global health, and many countries have started integrating it in their healthcare delivery system. Similarly, there is a great curiosity to understand the principles and practice of Ayurveda, homeopathy, Siddha and Unani, especially due to growing challenges in medicine in non-communicable diseases, lifestyle disorders, long-term diseases, multi-drug resistant diseases and emergence of new diseases. Ayush addresses gaps in health services, provides low-cost services in far-flung areas, and provides best care to the elderly. Problem of tobacco and drug abuse can be tackled by Ayush, especially through yoga. It is useful in lifestyle diseases like diabetes and hypertension. Large part of the population prefers Ayush as it is perceived to have lower side effects. Ayush medicines that come under the category of experienced medicine are cost-effective, known for safety issues, and time-tested. Ayush medicines are widely used as a stand-alone option or as adjunct with biomedicine in the long-term diseases. Therefore, the relevance of Ayush has become more now because of this change in health paradigm. Keeping this fact in view, the government is encouraging a pluralistic approach in healthcare where every medical system is allowed to grow on the basis of its evident strengths. To sum up, Ayush has a major role in making New India healthier. India can take scientific leadership in healthcare only when modern and traditional knowledge systems work together, accepting and mutually respecting their respective strengths. In Charak's words, nothing is impossible for those who have scholarship, thoughtfulness, wisdom, attentiveness, diligence and action.
देश भर में धूम मचाए ज्ञान का ये उपहार, मोबाइल पे आजादी क्वेस्ट आया आजादी का इतिहास। डाउनलोड करे आजादी क्वेस्ट, खेलो जीतो ढेरों इनाम, मौका पाए जुड़ने का रेडियो और डीडी के साथ। सिर्फ खेल नहीं उत्सव है, आजादी का अमृत महोत्सव है, आजादी का अमृत महोत्सव है।
डाउनलोड करें आजादी क्वेस्ट ऐप और पाएं ढेरों इनाम।
President Draupadi Murmu has said that it is important to have the best quality telecom and internet services in order to achieve the status of a developed country. She said this while addressing a group of officers and officer trainees of Indian Defence Estate Service, Indian Skill Development Service, Indian Trade Service and Indian Telecom Service at Rashtrapati Bhavan today. In a first, 10 personnel of the Indo-Tibetan Border Police ITBP have been trained by the All India Radio in an exclusive training program, Voice Culture and Presentation and Language Articulation course, specially designed for the force. A closing ceremony of the training program was organized today at the All India Radio, New Delhi. The Director General of the News Services Division of AIR, Vasudha Gupta, chaired the closing ceremony and presented the certificates to the ITBP personnel. Speaking on the occasion, the DG said that the ITBP and the CAPFs have been doing a commendable job in national security, and AIR is proudly associated with the forces in training its personnel in communication skills.
In the 36th National Games, Anisha of Haryana won gold medal in men's rapid-fire pistol event at Ahmedabad in Gujarat today. Ankur Goyal of Uttarakhand and Gurmeet of Punjab won silver and bronze respectively. In women's high jump, Swapna Burman set a new National Games record with a 1.83-meter jump in the women's high jump event. In the Women's T20 Asia Cup, India will take on Sri Lanka on the opening day of the tournament at Sylhet in Bangladesh at 1 p.m. tomorrow.
And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. President Draupadi Murmu presents 68th National Film Awards in New Delhi. Legendary actress Asha Parekh conferred with Dada Saheb Phalke Award for 2020 for her exemplary lifetime contribution to Indian cinema. Prime Minister Narendra Modi lays foundation stone and dedicates various projects worth over 6,900 crore rupees in Ambaji, Gujarat. Home Minister Amit Shah approves release of 488 crore rupees as central share of the State Disaster Mitigation Fund to Uttar Pradesh, Punjab and Goa for 2021-22. Government aiming to achieve 35,000 crore rupees defence export target by 2025, says Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh. Union Minister of Women and Child Development Smriti Zubin Irani inaugurates Poshan Utsav to celebrate the culmination of the 5th Rashtriya Poshan Mah in New Delhi. President Draupadi Murmu to give away Swachh Sarvekshan Award to cleanest states and cities in New Delhi tomorrow. And Prime Minister to launch 5G services tomorrow at 10 a.m. in New Delhi. And with that, we end the evening news. Good night.